Good morning, everybody. Today's reading is going to be an unexpected twist coming into your life in the next 12 months. Let's just have a look. Pile number 1 is the Four of Pentacles. So that possibly could be somebody trying very hard to hold on to the status quo, almost to the point that it feels like it's not serving you anymore. Pile number 2 is the Eight of Wands. This may be somebody in a situation or some people in a situation where you can almost sense that the energy is ramping up and that something exciting is on the horizon somewhere. Pile number 3 is the Chariot card. That could be somebody who's moving abroad, traveling, moving house, or going through a period of struggle even, period of struggle even, and wondering when it's going to loosen up a little bit, when you're going to get a break, when you're going to be able to focus and move forward. So those are your 3 choices: number 1, number 2, and number 3.
La música de Harry Fraud.
Okay, pile number 1, I'm just going to start talking. My first impressions with this are, I feel that you have, with the Four of Pentacles up here, you have got yourself stuck in a rut where you feel that you are possibly just keeping your head above water, where you're working, where you're trying to make ends meet here with the Chariot card and the situation surrounding. You're coming across as a Ten of Earth over here. So to me, the Ten of Earth is normally somebody who is sassy. It's like, yeah, that's what life is. I can keep my head down, I can keep moving, and I can take on anything, but are you actually enjoying yourself? There's a feeling here that there's 2 sides to you possibly, because you've got the Empress and the Temperance at the bottom of the pack. The Empress is somebody who's quite a lush, that Venusian type of, look at me, I'm really attractive, I don't need to get up and help wash up after tea, that type of thing. And the Temperance card there is a little bit of a devilish playfulness, somebody who likes to move a lot. Is that when you're travelling, when you're young and you don't really have the same morals as when you're older? It's that sort of don't pay your rent, move on type of thing. I haven't actually done that, but I'm just sort of saying people who have done that to me actually. Is that, yeah, there's a playfulness behind you. There's a time in your life when you thought you were really hot. And at the moment, you haven't got time to think about that because you are working, struggling with family, or that type of thing where if everything just feels like you're enmeshed in the world in some way and you're focusing on the mundane. Yeah, and that happens to all of us. Now, the other side of the pile, which is the situation surrounding that's coming towards you, is the Sun card. Oh, yeah. The Sun card it's like a cold... No, it's not cold because it's hot. It's like a blast of, I'm going to say light, so I'm not going to talk about temperature, that goes through you, that wakes you up. It's a bit like a new you, new start, new beginning, and then realising what everything is about. You've got behind you the Hermit card and the Two of Cups. So I don't know whether you've got your eye on somebody with the Hermit card here. The Two of Cups, but the Hermit card suggests that maybe it's not a thing. It may be a thing in your head, but it may not have actually come into fruition yet. Maybe you keeping it to yourself, or maybe it just is a hopeful type, because this is consciously, so maybe it's just a hope, you're looking for a connection. The King of Swords, owning that Sun, makes me think that somebody's going to come into your life, somebody who is possibly quite dry. What else have you got here? Somebody who's quite dry, quite outspoken, quite cool. I know you've got the Sun card here, but that's the situation, so I don't think it's your person. It's quite cool. Somebody who feels like they're quite cool, quite composed, bright, clever, but not overly emotional. But the Sun card here to me, is where it all starts kicking off. It feels like there's a bit of a change in direction for both of you. The Knight of Swords is straight in conversation, talking, and actually saying the truth. Actually just not hiding behind, oh, I've got to do this, or this is what's going on. This is like a conversation between two people that I actually find you really attractive. Can we meet again? It's not like a fire one, like I'm going to jump you now. It's more like a, I like you, straight, let's make this work type of thing. But there's something in here. I don't know whether the Sun card here, what would that be? Hold on. You've got a bit of a scrap going on down here, a bit of a fight. I don't know whether it's something internal, something external, because you're coming across as trying to maintain your status quo, which is the card you started with here. And that's why you're looking so sort of like, you can't move me off my bench, mate. And the Seven of Wands here is like you're fighting with it. Why would you fight with the Sun? Twice there coming in. Why did you fight the Sun? Who would fight the Sun? It's just so different from what you're in at the moment. Hold on, I don't quite know exactly how. Opportunities. Healing. Different parts of yourself. It's like what you yearn for, and where you are now needs to be for you to be able to cope with. Almost, it's like you need a staggered release from the energy that you're sitting in now to where you want to be. And this person, I feel, because the Sun card is that blast of cold air, I feel this person puts you into a position where you're not quite ready to move. I don't feel this. I feel the Two of Cups down here is inside you. You're looking for an emotional connection, somebody who's very similar to you. I don't feel this is going to start off like a romantic relationship. I feel it'll start off as a work connection or a financial connection or something that you set up together, like a business. Because I think that would allow you to work on yourself, to open yourself up to this new connection. It's like the Chariot card, the situation surrounding, it's like you've lost contact with the wild part of yourself. The woman who runs with the wolves, or the man who runs with the wolves. With the Empress and the Temperance, card down here. Temperance. And this person is nudging you out of your comfort zone, and I feel that you find this person antagonistic even though you're looking for a connection with them. They're just coming across as sword energy. So why would sword energy put you into this fighty quality apart from the different parts of yourself, the one that you've lost, that wild bit, that bit that does things for the sake of expressing yourself rather than feeling this is the like everything that I do in life counts, and I have to hold it, and I have to work with it, and I have to walk around with that energy. This is like that, as I said, that Empress and Temperance energy is very much a traveller type, beautiful. I've got my flip-flops on, I've got brown legs, and you may have a whole brown body, I don't know. You're just happy to bask in that. But this is like, no, I think I preferred it when things were harder. But you're like fighting between those. Something split in here that you're fighting with, and I think this person that's coming into your life will bring something out of you that makes you look at that. Fun to be had. This to me is somebody that comes into your life. This is how your life is going to flip, something that's unexpected. Somebody's going to come into your life. I don't think they're going to come in initially which I did say at the beginning, so I'm going to retract that, will not come initially being, I love you, let's do this. It will be a case of let's move forward, and that love will eventually grow, I think. This person's straight. This person doesn't beat around the bush, and is more likely to tell you where they think that you should be going. And I think that may be something that you will find difficult, but I think by just accepting it bit by bit, you will eventually get to feeling freer inside yourself. It doesn't feel, as I said, it starts off as a romantic relationship. I feel that with the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Pentacles at the end, there's something to do with finances in here, or there's something to do with change and luck in your life. So it could be anything from like house move to new job to a business partnership to starting something off with a friend and being introduced to somebody else. But this certain somebody is going to change your mindset. They're going to change how you've... To me, it feels like you're stuck, and it's going to almost like flip you upside down so that your belly's facing upwards, and you're just going to get a whole different view and a whole different direction on life. And this person will tell you exactly what they're thinking. You know, you can tell them where to go if you want to, but there's a feeling of being incredibly straight with this person. Not emotional, not overly feely, touchy, feely, but more a case of let's do this, let's do that, and then it may, more will follow. So, to summarise this in a sentence, an unexpected twist coming into your life. You're going to meet somebody new. They're going to open you up to different possibilities that you've forgotten inside yourself. And you're going to do something that is real, that is not action orientated, that is earthly orientated, something you can have and can hold. There'll be something at the end of it, like a business or a house, or just something that is very mundane at the end of it. You'll say, oh, we achieved this and I met this person, or I achieved this and I met this person on the way. They changed my viewpoint. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that helps. I'm going to go. Bye. Okay, oh, lopsided. Let me move these for you. Over here, nice and straight. There you are. Okay, right then, this is what I've got. There's a feeling in this pile that you've got your eye on somebody, or that you're already in a relationship. But I feel that possibly 6 months, a year ahead, there will be somebody else in your life. It's not the person that you expect, is what I would say here. The Eight of Wands at the top is passion, excitement, emotions flowing, lots of flirting going on a lot of the time. It's communicating things openly and making life feel exciting with your words normally. You've got the mother of air up here, and you're coming across as the High Priestess over here. The Mother of Air, what else have you got in here to do with people? Only that person is male, female, most possibly female with the mother here, but it could be male. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. Somebody who can be quiet, somebody who's probably quite articulate, likes to read, likes to think. Somebody who does a lot more thinking before they talk or speak. Obviously, not me. Somebody who's quite cool and collected. Somebody who allows people to come towards them rather than goes out roaring into life, but can be assertive if need be, I think, with air signs here. You've got here the Hermit card and the Six of Cups. The feeling at the beginning here, because you've got the Eight of Wands suggesting excitement and passion, and you've got the embodiment of Wands down here. That's the other one I was looking for. It was hiding under my chest, and now my chest isn't that big. It's a feeling that you may have your eye on somebody that has really got you, really excited you, feel that they could change your life in some way. And I feel that somebody a little bit more detached and controlled is coming into your life, and you're going to try and hold on to what you think you already know. With the Six of Cups here, there's a familiarity, there's an ability, or there's a need to try and keep hold of the past and to keep it contained in some way because it feels comfortable. The Hermit card is looking inwardly inside yourself and trying to possibly understand the situation. The Inspiration of Wands makes me think, with the embodiment of Wands here, that something's going on already with regards to somebody you find attractive, or somebody's in your life that you feel there's a possibility of moving it forward. Then as you do move forward, you're looking at these cards here. You get the Death card, which is a complete change. It's just like something, it's like that energy is done. It's like that's not going to move further. And then the Chariot card to me feels like you're trying to pull both together, the past and the future. Somebody else is around you. You think, well, actually, that's not my type. That's not my person. But they're there. And these two dolphins swimming alongside each other, it feels almost like parallel lines. I read a line yesterday, parallel lines never meet until they come to a point, or something like that. Something stupid. But that's what it feels like. It's like you're running alongside somebody thinking that's not my person. My person is that person who's in my head, and then you do meet. Then a different mindset opens up, and this other person who you are swimming alongside with becomes more interesting. You've got the Three of Swords here, so to me I feel there's a transition and letting things go that feels quite awkward to you internally, I think. The High Priestess here, you have been reading something into a situation, possibly with the High Priestess, wanting, wishing, expectations. And a lot of the time when you get the High Priestess, I feel that those connections that we have like this, they serve such a great purpose in understanding ourselves or yourself. So you haven't lost any energy. It's all been put to good use. The Two of Swords here, the situation surrounding, I feel is the parallel lines that don't meet. It's like some sort of impasse. I used to say impasse, which I prefer because it sounds sexier in French, where you just can't move. You can't get anything out of a situation, which I feel is this behind here. Why would you be watching this reading? I normally choose these two cards. Inspiration of Swords, Inspiration of Wands is going to go with those Eight of Wands up here. It's like trying to light that match. It's trying to get things started. I'm feeling frustrated with this energy here, but almost like holding on to it because it's familiar. And then in comes the person on the horse, which is your new person. The Action of Cups is somebody... When they're on the horses these nights, they're always moving, they're always coming towards you. The cups are holding emotions that they're going to give to the person. It's like offering you something. And offering you what I guess is, to have an emotion to the Mother of Air is a nice thing to offer. It's something that you can identify with and that makes you feel good, even though I don't think it's immediate in coming. You're looking for this. You're looking for passion and fire and excitement, and you think you found somebody that's going to give you that. But I feel here with the Hermit card and the Six of Cups, it's almost like a memory, or it's like something you can't move. It's like maybe an old friend or an old boyfriend or girlfriend or somebody that you can't quite get to the next step with. And then there's a change, somebody else walking alongside you, feeling there's some sort of tension there. You have to almost go through some sort of process to let go of this last person. And then in comes Mr. and Mrs. Hubba Hubba. It's almost like there's a twist in this where you realise, and I'm sure there are films like this, when there's a friend that you realise is actually going to be a lover type of thing with the Action of Cups, or somebody that you meet and you perhaps haven't seen. And sometimes it can take a particular sentence, a particular jumper to change your mind. I know, we're so fickle. There is just there are certain things that people do or say or just get you, even though you've known them for a while, or they're new and you didn't see them immediately. So the twist I feel in this pile and in your life that's unexpected is the loss of an old love that you find difficult to let go, turning into possibly a new love coming into your life that is unexpected and unrecognised. Okay, I'm going to leave you there, pile number two. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to go. Thank you very much. Bye. Hi there, pile number three. I'll put this here because I need to restart because I started talking about something that wasn't really that interesting. You've got here, with regards to changes coming towards you, a feeling that either you're going to receive some money, you're going to come into some money, or your finances are going to increase, or possibly, especially if you're in a job that you're not enjoying, a job that's taken the wind out of you and the life out of you, or if you're unemployed, there's a feeling here of getting a new job or a promotion. Let me get this straight for you. They're all whiffy. It's because my camera's squiffy and then I have to make it look squiffy in my eyes. You've got here the Six of... I took a card off from the first time round. The Six of Wands here. So to me, moving from the Four of Air to the Six of Wands is basically getting out of bed and putting your best suit on. It's feeling confident in yourself. If you have got an interview coming up or you are looking for a new job, the way that you come across to your future employee is going to be very good. You're going to say the right things at the right time. You're going to just basically just nail it in some way. You know that when you come out of a situation where you're quite heightened or anxious about it, you think, oh my God, I actually spoke. It'd be one of those type of interviews where you just feel like you've done a good job. The Lovers card here makes me think that because you've got the moon at the end, and I'm jumping ahead here, there may be some decision to be made inside you that you're not sure whether it's right for you, which is an unusual feeling to have when you're going from the Four to the Six of Wands. And I can give an example of this. I can remember going for an interview in a school years and years ago, and the headmaster was really old-fashioned, like tall, brusque headmaster. I bet he had some sort of cane in his cupboard. And he said, before anybody was interviewed, there was a bunch of people all sat around in the staff room, and he said, now that I've showed you around the school, if you don't like it, you can get up and go. And my legs were twitching, is all I could say. I didn't, but they really wanted to. I just thought, what a thing to say. You haven't spoken to us yet. There may be something in this that you may feel as in something just feels a little bit uneasy, because the Lovers can often be a decision, and you're going from this to deciding. It's like, oh, yeah, maybe. So you're not as sold with what's being offered as you think you may be, as you think you should be. You've got the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles behind. And if you pair that up, if this is the past and you're feeding this into the rest of the spread, the Four of Air here could very possibly be a time in our life when we retract a little bit and we tend to overthink things and becoming a little bit we become a little bit slower, defensive, not so easygoing, and just jumping into situations. So I feel that somehow your personality is slightly tempered here, that you sort of slow down a bit and a little bit less impulsive or less optimistic in life. And so you're going into this situation feeling good, but you're still slightly guarded. There is some sort of offer here of something. Then you're moving forward. You've got the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, financial offer, new beginning financially, something that's grounded and real in this world. The Six of Pentacles is sharing money, wages. And you've got down here the Page of Wands, which is you possibly starting something fresh. It's getting on your feet from here to here. The situation surrounding is the King of Wands. It's like somebody fiery offers you or gives you some money. It still very much could be like an inheritance, or even winning something, or coming into money some way that, I'm not saying it's unexpected, but it's very welcome. I feel that with your energy here, and here, and this person or the situation surrounding being the King of Wands, it's like this person could be quite forward and forthright, very confident in themselves, and it rubs off, but it also makes you question because you're not quite, it feels like you're a little bit in hiding at the moment with regards to showing off your personality. And it's like, yeah, I can get there, but I'm not there. So you're questioning things a little bit. But who knows? It could be like the interview I had. The Ten of Wands and the Nine of Wands for the situation surrounding. Okay, you very much could go into a situation where this person's selling a company, selling a job, selling a situation to you, a practical situation. And you could have been in that situation before, and you feel like you're almost like backtracking or going in the same footsteps that led you to feeling tired in the first place. Were you a teacher too? Did you do that as well? It's that type of it is that type of feeling. And the End card, considering you're being offered these things, the End card is the Moon card, where with these qualities behind being put into the Moon card, it's like, oh, I'm not so sure about that. Let me get some advice for this. What was I saying? Okay, to summarise this, there's something fresh coming into your life that you have been waiting for, but you've sort of lost the enthusiasm for life a little bit. You get offered something where you come across very well. Increase in finances, new job offer, new circumstances coming into your life, given to you by somebody who's got a real drive and a real sort of personality that shines in some way. Could be slightly forceful possibly, but got what I guess is a very optimistic outlook. You're beginning to to open up to that outlook, but you're not totally convinced. But I would guess here it's almost like pulling yourself from this. You may have been bruised in the past is probably what I'm picking up here. So you're not taken in by the salesman, although you need the money or you like the money. Let me get some advice for you. Let me use these ones. Actually, the earthquake's in Marrakesh, isn't it? Yeah. Advice for you in this situation. Take it slowly. It's like a clever in-between route between meeting this person with their energy and you maintaining your own energy so that they don't pull you along. It's like be wise, be controlled, take each step. If they offer you some money that's more than you're getting, then make sure that's still, you're still getting the same. That's a difficult one. Do you know when you go into jobs and they offer you some money, it's more than you've actually had before? So you're like, yeah, that's great. Then you find out that somebody's been fulfilling that role and being paid more than you. It may be worth checking that out with the Knight of Pentacles, who's very clever, especially with finances, and especially adding on those extra small bits. It's take it slowly, but keep moving forward. You don't want to stay in this energy here. You've sort of got yourself in a self-protective mindset here. It's like things may not be clear. Clarify everything. Make sure everything's signed and that you speak up to know what every detail is with the Knight of Pentacles. That's the fine detail. Make sure if a job is offered that you know exactly what is being offered. Don't get sold a dream here. Pull it down to your level, where you are using quite a frugal attitude to get what you want in the end, and it's all clear. Okay, I'm going to leave you there. That's the twist in your next year, I would guess, 6 months to a year, is something to look forward to, but be careful with, and accept there's got to be a transition in getting where you want to be. I'm going to love you and leave you. Bye.